Good morning and welcome to Grace for Today 5-Minute Devotional. I am Dr. Corrine Johnson, and we thank God for each of you on this morning for tuning in with us. And so this is the space where we gather each morning to jumpstart our day with inspiration, encouragement, and the grace we need to move forward. And so on this morning, our subject is going to be God will bless your obedience. And our key scripture is going to be coming from Luke chapter 5, verses 4 through 5. And it says, when Jesus had finished speaking, he said to Simon, "Put out into deep water and let down the nets for a catch." Simon answered, "Master, we've worked hard all night and haven't caught anything. But because you say so, I will let down the nets." And so Jesus expects you to obey whatever he tells you to do, even if it seems like it's foolish, even if it feels like it's confusing or maybe even scary. After teaching the crowds from Peter's boat, Jesus gave Peter instructions on how to fish. Now, I want you to notice Peter's reaction. He didn't argue with Jesus. He didn't say, "Excuse me, Lord, you're a carpenter and I'm the one, that's a fisherman. I should be telling you how to fish, right?" But however, Peter didn't look for a second opinion either. When Jesus told him to launch the boat, Peter didn't say, "Why don't we, just think about this for a minute? Let's form a committee. Let's create a survey and then, we'll vote on it." Peter didn't delay. He didn't say, "We've been out here a long time, literally all night. We're dirty and we're tired. Jesus, how about we try it again tomorrow afternoon?" But what did Peter say? He said, "Because you say so, we're going to do it." So Peter responded to Jesus with unquestioned obedience, and he netted the biggest catch of fish in his entire fishing career. Disobedience always hurts us because we miss out on God's blessing when we don't do what he tells us to do. If you become a "because you say so" follower of Jesus, God will bless your life. His instructions, they're not going to always make sense to us. When God give us instructions, sometimes we're like, "God, how are we going to do that?" But however, we can trust God because he always has our best interest in mind. Even if you can't see it right away, he has our best interest. When God says do it, you just got to do it, because obedience is faith in action. And so God will bless your obedience. When God tells you to do a thing, you don't have instructions, the whole thing mapped out. You don't have to know what direction you're going in or what's going to take place 2 months from now after he gives you instructions. But if you obey what he tells you to do, God is going to bless your obedience. And so on this morning, we certainly thank God for each of you for tuning in and joining with us for Grace for Today 5-Minute Devotional. And it is my prayer that as you go forth on today, that you will go forth and have a blessed day.